11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think Guerrero won it.
Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano.
And thanks to those joining me live and those that have been joining me on the archive. Listen, the archive, hit that bell button notification that we get the all, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Thanks to everybody who's been listening to the podcast, leaving comments in the videos, and joining the chat. If you're share my stuff on Twitter and the socials, I appreciate it. This is the 28th of January, 2026. It is Hump Day, a Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. And man, oh man, and by the way, tomorrow I'll do a video about Tio against Lopez, and I'll talk about that card and all that good stuff. But right now, and by the way, let me give a shout out to Murataya, who did his thing against Cruz, by the way. Great win. Did his thing. Shout out to him. All right. I thought he landed the harder punches, the cleaner shots. I thought it was a close fight. I did, but I think he won it by 2-3 rounds, and that is that. Okay. Stephen in the building and Eric Gomez in the building. He said he picked Murataya. Give him a medal. You know what I mean? Give this man a sandwich. All right. With that said, let's talk about, so much to talk about, by the way, but I remember all last year, and even a little before that, me and Calix would do Hispanics, Cows and Panic, a podcast that should be back at some point. But we kind of have it in like on pause at the moment. This dude's making special demands. He wants Jersey and Mike's, bro. Like what? You're gonna get Subway, bro? Like what? Quiznos? You're gonna get whatever they give you. I mean, what do you mean? Like he wants to pick and choose. You pick Murataya, bro. It's not like you pick the fight of the century. I'm just saying. All right. There you go. Shout out to Remy. Tio Lopez tomorrow. Not Lopez. What am I talking? Stevenson. I apologize. Tio versus Stevenson. We're going to be talking because Tio and himself fight a lot. But yes, Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson. What am I talking about? Like people are like, what? Who? And I mean, you're going to get what you're going to get, Eric Gomez. Like, what are we doing? Like, I said, give him a say. He wants to pick. He wants to pick which sandwich. Like, what's going on? I have so much to talk about. We'll talk about it tomorrow. See, I could bring somebody on and chat about the fight. And a lot of people that just show that they've had stuff going on, so it just is what it is. So you guys just been getting my mug on here talking about it, like about myself. You know what I mean? But I could do it by myself, and I could cook like that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, where do I even start? Where do I even start right now? You know what? Let's start with playing this video. I want to play this video right here. Right? It was sent to me, and by Yamama Sancho, that's Drew on Twitter, and I couldn't believe what I just saw. I just couldn't believe it. Like I'm just saying. All right. Look at this right now, if you may. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at this, guys. Okay. Um, if StreamYard doesn't fix their shit at some point, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like I'm being serious. It's crazy. I feel like StreamYard just. But anyway, all right. Um, let's go ahead and play this because it says so much. It says so much about the state of affairs with these promoters right now. It says so much.
How did Netflix come about to broadcast this fight?
They're asking Frank Warren because he's a promoter, right? Him and Narum, they joined forces. You know, like they were like, you know, like Batman and Robin or like whatever. You know what I mean? Anakin and Skywalker, or whatever. Or no, Anakin Skywalker is a dude. What am I talking about? Skywalker and Kenobi, whatever. Like they were working together to promote, joining forces to promote Tyson Fury.
That's sort of out of my hands as such. Nothing to do with me. That deal was done with the actual ring people. They made the deal on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so
Okay. You see how awkward that was? Well, he sounds like it's kind of like when you break up with somebody and they ask you about her, and they say, "Oh, we broke up," and all right, they just move on like that.
With the actual ring people, they made the deal on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so if Tyson wins this,
yeah. What's this shit again? This is crazy.
How did Netflix come about to broadcast this fight?
That's sort of out of my hands as such. Nothing to do with me. That deal was done with the actual ring people. They made the deal on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so if
You know.
Ring people, they made the deal on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
so if
anyway,
Tyson wins this,
Anyway, I don't know about that. Wow. I mean, this is the state of affairs right now with the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the state of affairs right now with the sport. This is where we're at. All right. And why is that important? The ring people. You saw the guy that quote tweeted about. I know you saw it when I shared it, but he's like, no longer His Excellency, and remember all that shit. Oh, His Excellency, His Excellency. Like remember, like none of that anymore. Like, oh, that was His Excellency. He made that happen. Like, none of that. But they all went around calling him His Excellency. Remember, they couldn't stop saying His Excellency. His Excellency this and His Excellency that. And I mean, they were saying His Excellency like dude. And I was saying, man, these dudes, they don't even know what the fuck they're walking into, bro. The money's so good, they think they got it good, and each one of them thought they were the one, and my God, did he play all of these motherfuckers like a fiddle. Like a harmonica, bro. He played them like Jimi Hendrix with a freaking electric guitar. I mean, he just went in. Like, I'm just saying, he went in. Like all that stuff, all of it. Right? I mean, he played it like a fiddle at a country concert. I mean, he played these dudes, bro. Oh, my God. Where do I even start? But they didn't want to learn their lessons. They thought they knew better. right? They thought, oh yeah, we got this figured out. He came in. He's coming in to save the sport. His Excellency, His Excellency. Oh, His Excellency. How embarrassing! Like calling him His Excellency. Like you know, this is crazy. Holding his hand. And they all, I don't care. Look, I don't care what fucking clan, which promoter's clan you're from. They all fucking did it, bro. Every single last one of them. They all did it. All of them. And Warren thought he was his dude. Like, he thought, like, hey, I'm the dude. I'm the guy. Because I got Tyson. And then, like they're all figuring out, like, all these fighters easily just bypass us. And Turkey just do business directly with them. And it makes me irrelevant. Like, it turns out that when I just want to be the middleman, like just a higher level of a middleman than a Lou DiBella, it turns out that when I do that, I don't necessarily, you know, it turns out I'm very expendable, right? It turns out when it's about me just being a middleman for certain fighters that have signed a contract, instead of being a brand, it turns out I'm very expendable, and Turki Al-Sheikh doesn't really need me. That's what it turns out to be. That's what it is. And, you know, if let's just look at it. Look at everything that every facet of the boxing business has. Look at what all of them have done for Turki Al-Sheikh. They put him in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame before he had any accomplishments or any fights in Nevada. Can't make this shit up. Right? They do a whole segment on it. I mean, just knee pads and all. For the world to see. Mauricio, let's go to the sanctioning body. Mauricio Suleiman. Named him the man of the year. Right? The man of the year. My friend. Turki Al-Sheikh. In fact, Mauricio Suleiman forgot he was Mexican all of a sudden. I don't know if you guys remember. Right? Oh, I'm actually Lebanese. I am. I'm actually from Saudi Arabia. My family came from Saudi. I'm actually Saudi. Don't you always talk about que Mexicano, proud Mexicano, and Viva Mexico? Like, what happened to that? All of a sudden, you're Lebanese, and you're proud to have your roots directly from Saudi Arabia. That your families came from there, and like, I mean, this is crazy. Right? All of a sudden. He let him have a little Grand Prix and stuff. Right? Here you go, Mauricio. A little Grand Prix for you. We'll do this for you over here in Saudi. Go ahead. Little Mauricio, little puppy dog. Wherever the money is. Little Mauricio. Right? Here you go, Mauricio. Fetch. There goes the puppy dog after the bone. Right? Little Mauricio, this bone says that you really belong to Saudi Arabia. And there he went. Right? And then the promoters. Oh, His Excellency, it's an honor for you to represent my fighters. Yes, we will do whatever you want. Now, it's hard to blame them for there was so much money thrown at them, right? So much money was thrown at these promoters that it's very hard to blame them. It's hard to get mad at them. A lot of money was thrown their way, guys, right? And everybody got excited, and you saw it. Like, I mean, they were throwing money like crazy. It's crazy. And we got some good fights out of it. And these promoters actually, all of a sudden, they were acting like little children. Like you know what I mean? They were like, you know, when adults tell children to cut it out and start working together, and then they have to work together. That's how they were acting, right? And they were all giving Turkey all this credit for something they should have been doing to begin with. Right? Oh, Turkey, he came in, and look at what he's done. He's galvanized us to work together. No, he paid you motherfuckers a lot of money is what he did. That's what he did. He didn't do anything special. Like you know what I mean? It's special in the sense that it was a lot of money, but it's not like he was this great, like, you know, middleman that came in and knows how to talk to people and put you guys in a room and put things in perspective for you for the greater good of boxing. That's not what he did. He threw a lot of money at you. Right? There's a lot of dudes I hate. If I was told, hey man, D-Style, you and Eric Gomez from your chat, you need to get along and work on this business venture together, all right? Or you're not going to get this $40 million. Well, guess what? I'm going to be working, right, shoulder to shoulder with Eric Gomez. Is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to enjoy every moment of it because I'm going to get paid $40 million, right? That's all that we're doing. We're just getting paid a lot of money. That's it, right? It's not like, you know, like that's all it was. Oh, His Excellency. His Excellency. Oh, His Excellency. What do we do? They were calling this dude His Excellency, bro. People in the media were calling him His Excellency, hoping that they got credentialed to a Saudi Arabia event, right? You had people kissing this dude's ass left and right, from commissions to sanctioning bodies to the promoters. All of them, they were just kissing his ass nonstop. His Excellency. Like you literally, you just gave him fellatio nonstop for a year and a half, 2 years. Nonstop in front of the world. They already saw it. They've already seen you swoon every time you see this. Woo, Turkey Al Sheikh. They've already seen it. You can't reverse that. And then Oscar De La Hoya thought he was like special. Remember, Oscar was all giddy because he was the only promoter on Mexican Fight Night or whatever the fuck the Latino Fight Night they called it. And he did one over there in Saudi Arabia where they were dressed like El Dia de los Muertos theme or whatever. Because in Saudi Arabia, they think every weekend is Dia de los Muertos, apparently. Like, whatever, right? Like that's what they were doing. Maybe it was that weekend. I don't know, right? But they were doing their thing over there. And Oscar's like, yeah, look, only one promoter. Nobody else is doing shows. There's only one promoter here. Like, you know what I mean? What happened? I mean, he worked you and convinced you. You sold the fucking ring to him. Like, this, like, I'm glad he did, by the way. Oscar was doing a horrible job with the ring. But, like, that's what he did. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, he just wants the ring from him. That's what he wants. I'm the only one. Look at me. Like motherfucker, once he bought the ring from you, you notice Oscar De La Hoya didn't have a card that was just him in Saudi Arabia. Oscar thought he was going to be the chosen one. He thought he was going to be handpicked. Eddie at one point thought he was the one. Frank Warren, as you know, he thought he was the one. None of you were the one. He's one of your assets. That's it. He's wanted to position himself into a powerful position. And as all of you groveled to his feet and kissed the ring and licked his freaking shoes to shine them in front of the whole world to see, and you proudly did it, well, I mean, you've already demasculated yourselves in front of the world, in front of this guy. Everybody just saw the most powerful people in boxing look like fools in front of the Sheik, bro. That's what happened. They saw the commissions do it, and they saw Mauricio Suleiman do it, giving him awards, Man of the Year, all because he was giving you guys money. Fast money, even when it's good, but not warranted, is dangerous money. Was it worth it? I know you got a lot of money in your bank account, but was it worth it? Turki al-Sheikh is now the bully pulpit. That's what he is. Turki al-Sheikh is the most powerful man in boxing now, and he's already positioned himself as such. Fighter doesn't want to fight for what his promoter says. His promoter's like, hey, I have you under contract. Hey, you got to do it. Turki al-Sheikh makes a call. Boom. I'll put him on the card. Arabian Nights. And guess what? They get put on the card. And they all get, all of them get, all your favorite fighters too, they all gave in, all of them. Love Canelo, but kind of bend the knee a little bit. I mean, we'll keep it real. All right? Oh, but he got paid $1 million. You guys say that like you got the money or some shit. Like it's in your bank account. You didn't get $1 out of that 100 million or whatever the fuck you got paid, but you're over here like bragging about it. Right? Simping over some of the dude's money and shit. It was just a couple months before that he was standing up to Turki al-Sheikh and making fun of people for holding hands with Turki al-Sheikh and the PBC was talking shit about Turki al-Sheikh and all this other shit. And then there's a couple months that boom, he signed Turki. Like, what happened? Tess Crawford was holding hands with the dude, like, you know what I mean, the whole time, like, oh yeah, but he made $50 million. I don't give a fuck what he got paid. Oh, but he wanted to fight. I don't give a shit. He was still holding hands with the dude. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they got paid a lot of money, but all I'm saying is that my point is that all of your favorite fighters, they all bent the knee to the Saudis. Every single last one of them. All of them. All your favorite promoters. The PBC were the last the last ones hanging on for dear life. And then guess what? The Cubas was over there holding hands with the dude. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. 'Cause I will tell you something I don't think you understand. Turkey has taken over. Do you understand? Like, I'm just telling you guys right now, all of them have been worked. Every single last one of them. Every single promoter. Like, he's got them all by the nuts. And the rug pull's about to happen. Like, I'm just telling you right now, they're going to reserve big events that Turkey of his choosing for Netflix, right? Maybe on the zone pay-per-views or premiums, right? And then everyone else, they're going to either have to sign with Zuffa or figure something out. I mean, that's the long-term plan. Turns out the chosen one is Dana White. And do you remember when Oscar was like, it's an insult to say that he's a chosen one? Well, beggars can be choosers, Oscar. And, I mean, you've already, look, he's so tough, but he won't directly go at Turki al-Sheikh, even though Turki al-Sheikh's behind most of the things that he's clapping back on Thursdays about. Right? He's mad about the potentially over time the sanctioning bodies being phased out. He's mad about that, right? Apparently. Last year he felt differently, but let's put that aside. But he's so mad about that. Why doesn't he call Turki al-Sheikh out on that? Nothing Dana White is doing with Paramount or with Zuffa Boxing would be possible. Not only with TKO, but mostly the Saudis. It wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't be happening. But you can't call them a trust fund, baby, when literally you're the one that's really dependent on this Saudi money, aren't you? Ryan's about to leave you. Virgil wants to leave you. People have been seeing this coming for a long time, by the way. The fall of Golden Boy Promotions. They don't have a network now, by the looks of it. Oh, but these style, you've been saying that the fall Golden Boy is coming. I have. Have they not been getting worse year after year for the last 10 years? It's just what it is. They only had this network deal because he leveraged Canelo into it, but he's mad at Canelo for whatever reason, right? I know that, Jesus. I know that. I said they're going to phase him out over time. Look, first of all, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Zuffa belt, like Zuffa champion, it's a dumb name for a belt. I'm just going to be straight up with you. You got to figure that shit out. Call it something else, or just make the ring belt the actual belt, right? Like I think that's important here, but I think the plan is to phase out. I think Turkey has figured out, and the Saudis have figured out. TKO in conjunction as business partners with them have figured out. Well, a lot of us have known for years, right? And what a lot of us have known for years is that a lot of these boxing people are not that serious people. They're not really good at business. They're not very intelligent. And a lot of these dudes wouldn't be successful in any other business, really, right? I mean, that's just the reality. And I think they figured out that these sanctioning bodies are full of shit. I think they figured out that the whole process of it is kind of not really needed, or it could be phased out anyway. I think they know that. They're smart enough to know you can't just ignore them all completely now and then move on, right? But I think they realize that we can replace this model. This model is not sustainable. It never has been. In fact, when you really look at it in the last 10 years or so, we've seen everything crumble. HBO dropped it. Showtime dropped it. ESPN dropped it. Look at all the networks that dropped it. PBC, Spike TV, which is now Paramount Network, by the way. ESPN, ABC, Fox, including FS1. They all have Bounce TV, NBC Sports. All these networks that were showing boxing have completely dropped boxing. Has Telefutura really dropped boxing? I mean, I don't know. But I don't know about the Mexican or the Spanish. Because I know ESPN, the Spanish version, still has boxing. Right? ESPN Knockout, where my beautiful friend La Flaca commentates on fights. Right? Shout out to her. But, I think they've realized this. And they know. These are serious people that are looking at this. And they know, bro, if they lost the Spanish ones too, that's terrible, brother. Right? They know that these are not serious people, and they know that the pay scale's all fucked up. They know that they're overpaying. They know they're overpaying for that's how they knew how to take over the game. Like they knew, all you got to do is just outbid them. Or you just throw money at them, and they all become fucking sycophants for you. That's all you got to do. They see what we see. Oh, look, a dude that's popular on social media like Jake Paul could just show up and be one of the biggest stars because he's well known. Like this is the model you have. And it's the model people are defending. Now, fans haven't realized that all this is happening for a couple of reasons. One, like boxing kind of got lucky that this new app, The Zone, came out and offered Canelo this big deal after HBO fell. They kind of got lucky that they kind of invested a lot of money and they gave Matchroom USA a bunch of money, and Eddie wasted it, like giving $7 million to Mikey Garcia to fight Jesse Vargas. What? He gave him like another $5 million, whatever it was, to fight Sandra Martin. What? So like, well, what are we doing, right? He was giving like 2-3 million a fight to a prospect, Devin Haney. Like what, couldn't draw flies to shit. What are we doing? Like just throwing away money. The Saudis look at this and they know, like they know, like this is not sustainable. In fact, everyone except like delusional boxing fans know this. By the way, right? Like everyone knows this. Like guys, just listen to me. All right. And I know a lot of these things. Look, I've been saying these things for years, guys, okay? The reason HBO dropped boxing was because of the merger with AT&T, all right? So now the people that were running Time Warner were no longer owned HBO, right? The only reason they were keeping boxing around, even though they were dropping the budget every year, by the way, they went from like a crazy $99 million, whatever it was, which is equivalent to like $200 million budget, right? Today, if you count inflation. Every year the budget was dropping. Every year. They kept dropping the budget. HBO kept making stupid mistakes. They were giving dates to Golden Boy. Golden Boy was putting on mismatches. Andre Berto was fighting nobodies in ballrooms and bingo halls and paying them like $2 million a fight. And they completely just changed it all. But AT&T, when they got it, right, when AT&T got it, when the merger happened, well, the new people that ran, HBO now looked at boxing and they said, yeah, this isn't making any sense. What are we doing? Well, this is a waste of money. And at the time, the budget was like 25 million or something. Again, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was around that ballpark. That's what the budget was. The budget had been dropping year after year after year. And then even after it dropped that low, the new executives looked at it and said, yo, this is a waste of money. And they got rid of it. You're paying how much to these dudes? And they get what in ratings? What? We're going to get 500,000 views for that fight. And you're going to pay that dude like 2-3 million for that? Why are we doing that for? Well, we get like 20 million views for an episode of like Game of Thrones. And that one episode costs around the same as that. So what are we doing? Right? Like this is just logistics. This is just analytics. This is just, finances. Like that's all it is. The same thing with Showtime. A merger happened. New people looked at it. In this case, Paramount, and said, yo, like this ain't making us money, bro. This is a waste of money. Who's this Steven Espinosa guy? Like, these are not serious people. Get like it doesn't justify what we're paying for. Get rid of it. Right? That's just what happened. The Zone picking it up was almost like a godsend. We got lucky that happened, right? But now they've reached the point where all they could do, because they don't get enough subscribers, enough people are not subscribing to the Zone, right? To make up for their budget. So what do they have to do? They have to price gouge us. So they increase the prices on us, the ones that already subscribe to it, and we're the suckers that got to pay. 3-4 times what people pay for Netflix for fucking the Zone. And we only watch boxing in it. That is the crazy part about all this. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with him, by the way. Shout out to HLD. Shout out to LT. Eric Gomez, Stephen, how's it going? The reality is, guys, and when you do have a star like a Canelo or something, they're on pay-per-view. So what does it do for the network? The same thing happened with ESPN. ESPN was giving Top Rank so many a year, right? Top Rank was in charge of putting on the events. They just weren't happy. It's not going to be the product, guys. They don't care what's on the actual TV. They care about the numbers. They look at the analytics, right? Whoever's in charge of that aspect, right? They're going to have a board meeting, right? And they're going to put the numbers up in the screen. Hey, we're spending this much per event, and these are the ratings. Why are you guys getting the same amount of viewers as bowling and a regular MLB game in the regular season with the Texans versus the Orioles? Can you explain this to me? Why did that girls' softball game get almost as much ratings as this world title fight where we dropped like 5 million on the main event? What's going on? Someone needs to, like, someone is going to have an uncomfortable moment and need to explain and justify that. Like, that's just the way it is. That's the way business works in the corporate world. That's why it was dropped. That's why boxing was dropped from ESPN. Like that's just the reality of it, right? You gotta have your feelings. Oh, but the fighters deserve to get paid, and woo, what do you know? And look at what it led to. So the Saudis look at this, TKO looks at this, and they know it's a unsustainable model. You can't justify the pay for the ratings for what they're paying these boxers. You would think like they'll be getting like 20 million viewers or like something like an NBA game or some shit like that type of viewership, but they're not. I was about to say Monday Night Football, but I don't want to be too harsh now, right? The ends are not justifying the means. This is why network after network, when PBC was failing, when they were giving PBC all this money and they weren't succeeding, they weren't bringing in the rate. By the way, PBC was using money that was being given to them by investors, and the network still dropped it. This is crazy. Yeah, it wasn't good. There was not enough people watching it. They knew, well, like, what's going to happen? The boxing fans are going to cancel, HBO. So what? Like it's for what they were spending to have that low of an audience. It just wasn't justified. It wasn't. All right. Now look, a day of reckoning may come for Zuffa boxing one day. One of these days, the same situation is going to happen. They're going to be in a boardroom. We're spending this much for boxing. It's generating this much, and this is the amount of viewers. Is it a net positive or a net negative? And the moment of truth is going to come, right? And and the reality is that if it's not bringing in or justifying the budget, they're either going to decrease the budget or they're going to get rid of it. It's a pain to deal with the sport of boxing with its current model. So what they're going to do is, like, this has been a soft power takeover where they've been throwing money at them, right? And yes, they're going through legislation. Yes, they're changing the Ali Act. Yes, they're making all these things so they can have the ability to create their league. That's what they're going towards right now. Right now, what's happening right now, where we're watching it with Zuffa boxing on the Apex and all that, guys, this is a trial run. This is a pilot program. That's all it is. You look at it, it feels like a pilot program. Right? They didn't even said it. We're still trying to figure out how to work the camera. Like they're trying to tweak little things with the production and stuff like that, get a feel for it, and they're trying to get a feel where they're going to kind of slither in and find their identity. I did another video where I talked about what they should be doing, right? I talked about that, but in finding their identity, they're going to have to, at some point, produce. But the thing is that Dana has the backing of TKO, right? And they feel that he has enough equity to where they're going to believe in the process and they're going to give him time to make this work. They're going to give him the funding. They're going to give him the apparatus, right? He's going to have the backing of the Saudis, right? They're going to make him a solid, like with a Jaya Pattaya. Like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll worry about Jaya Pattaya for these really, really big fights and unifications. We'll take care of that. But you could still have him on your Zuffa cards as well. And so he's working in conjunction with them, right? You already see some fighters, Boachuk, Rayo Valenzuela. These aren't the biggest names in the world, but they're slowly starting to get some fighters on the side, right? And slowly but surely, the pay scale may be like this, but they're going to start lowering it because it's in the red right now, right? They're spending too much money, right, for fights, and the fights are not like the pay-per-view sales and the ratings, whatever you want to call it. They're not justifying it. Like, it's not making sense. So they're going to make it make sense. But it's going to be a process. And to me, right now, he already controls boxing. He's got all these promoters by the balls. All of them got that little Real season sticker next to it. All of them. He could easily just say, no, we're not going to give Virgil that money that he's demanding to fight Boots. If he feels like it, he can give it to them, but he's not going to give it to them. Because right now, Oscar De La Hoya is getting on his nerves. And I think Virgil and his team know that, so they want to get away from Oscar, right? Teal makes a certain demand. Top Rank says, no worries. Turkey will give him money. Nobody wants to give Shakur the money that he wants. No worries. Turkey will give it to him. Because right now, these guys are useful to him. That's why. That's the truth. But eventually, all right, they're going to, change some shit up. Alti says, what if Golden Boy and Top Rank join forces to create a Zupa type promotion? They need a promotion. They need a network deal, bro. Point blank. Eddie Hearn going public, telling people he loses money with fighters. Well, what a bad luck, bro. Horrible. Just I don't know who told this dude that's a smart move. I don't know who told him that, but whatever. So, they've taken over, guys. And they cannot stop it. The Trojan horse has infiltrated Troy. They let the Trojan horse in. And they've been one step ahead the whole time. These motherfuckers, like, it's crazy, but like, that's where we are. Man. With that said, guys, I got to get going. Long day tomorrow, so I'm going to go get an early night's sleep. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hit the like button before you go. If you're watching an archive, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. One more comment here. When they're doing pay-per-view, they should tell both fighters you get $1 million each up front and guaranteed percentage of the pay-per-view revenue. Just can't afford to throw $10 million plus. Well, it guarantees have become a big part of the business, but it's just the ends are not justifying the means. So it is what it is. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.